Hello students! Welcome to Week 1, Module 1. By the way, I'm Ma'am Mary Grace Sikat, your math teacher in grade 8. Hello students! Let us explore now the Math 8 module. I will show you a simple presentation about it. Make sure that you are holding your module. So our module consists of 5 parts: title card, guide card, activity card, assessment card, and enrichment card. The first one is the title card. Here, this is not the title of your lesson. This will be the title of your activity, which is Sea of Clouds Escapade. Next one is the guide card. As you can see in the guide card, there will be a learning competencies. Next, it consists also a content of your lesson, examples. Another, we have the assessment card. On the assessment card, it is in a multiple choice type. As you can see, it consists of 10 items. Next, the enrichment card. On the enrichment card, this is more difficult than the assessment card. Let us repeat again, what are the 5 parts of the math module? Okay, you got it. So we have title card, the assessment card, the activity card, the enrichment card, and the guide card. Very good. Let us continue. This will be the first lesson of Module 1. The title of it is Factoring of Common Monomial Factor. These are the learning competencies. At the end of the lesson, you are able to factor completely the polynomial with monomial factor. Next, you are able also to solve problems involving factoring of common monomial factor. Now, let us define factoring. What is factoring? This is the reverse of special product. And this is also finding terms that multiply together to get an expression. Meaning, when you are using the process of factoring, you are finding the factors of an expression. Now, these are the steps. Number 1, identify the GCF of the terms in the polynomial. Number 2, to find the other factor, divide each term by the GCF. Before we proceed on the formal discussion, let us review first the GCF. GCF, or commonly known as the greatest common factor. Now, let us review find the GCF of 4 and 16. The first thing to do is to list all the factors of 4 and 16 so that we may able to identify the common factors. 4, 1, 2, and 4. For 16, we have 1, 2, 4, and 16. Now, these are the common factors of 4 and 16. We have 1, we have 2, and we have 4. Now, to make it as the greatest common factor, we are going to choose the greatest. Among the 3 numbers, which is greatest? Of course, the greatest is 4. Therefore, the GCF is 4. Now, if you were going to have a constant and an exponent, how we will going to identify the GCF? We have a to the 5th power, a to the 2nd power, a to the 7th power. Now, we will going to find the GCF of the 3. Are you familiar with the rule? There is always a rule here. Always get the lowest degree or the exponent. So if we will going to choose the lowest degree or the exponent among the 3, which is the lowest? Is it 5, 2, or 7? Of course, it's 2. Therefore, the GCF is a to the 2nd power. Now, before we proceed to the discussion, I just want to remind you that you need to prepare a scratch paper a ball pen so that you will be able to follow the steps. So, are you ready? Okay, this will be the start. Factoring of common monomial factor. So by the way, I will be using Taglish language so that you will be understand the steps. So let us recall again. Number 1, identify the GCF. And number 2, we will going to divide each term by the GCF. These are the examples. So we have 4x to the second power minus 4y. Next one, we have 4a squared minus 16a to the fifth power plus 24a cubed. The third one, we have negative 16m to the third power n minus 24m squared minus 8m to the seventh power n. So this will be the first example. Let us apply the two steps. Okay, again, kindly read the first example. Okay, got it. So it is 4x to the second power minus 4y. So the first step is to find the GCF of the common. So, based on the example, what number has the common between the two terms? So you have 4x squared minus 4y. So all we have to do is to find the GCF. Now, pag sinabing GCF kasi, titingnan natin sa equation kung ano ang parehas. So, kung makikita natin sa equation na yan or expression, parehas silang merong 4. Therefore, ang GCF ay 4. Now, the second step is to divide. So, meaning, expression will be divided by the GCF, which is 4. How to do it? Sulat ulit ang GCF or rewrite the GCF. Divide 4 divided by 4. You will get 1. Of course, there is no x to be divided. Therefore, it should be bring down. X squared. Next, 4 divided by 4. You will get also 1. Y will be bring down because there's no y. And then copy the operation, which is subtraction. Therefore, the final answer will be 4 multiplied by 1 x squared minus 1y. Or you can remove the constant 1. It will become 4 multiplied by x squared minus y. Now, the second example, we have 4a squared minus 16a to the fifth power plus 24a cubed. Now, we will going to get the GCF of 4, 16, and 24. Why? Because they are constants. Next, another thing, we will going to get the GCF of a squared, a to the fifth, and a to the third. Why they are concluded? Because they have the same a. So, lahat sila merong a. So, meaning, pwede nating makuha yung GCF ng a. Now, the GCF of 4, 16, and 24, what is the first thing to do? We will going to list all the factors of 4, 16, and 24. 4 has a factor of 1, 2, and 4. 16, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. 24, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Now, we will going to encircle all the common factors. We have 1, 2, and 4. Why 8 is not included? Because there is no 8 under 4. So, meaning it is not common factor. So, we will going to choose among the three. Which is the greatest? Is it 1, 2, or 4? Of course, the GCF will be 4. Next, let's move now to the GCF of a squared, a to the fifth, and a to the third power. Now, what is the rule again here? We will going to get the lowest exponent. Therefore, if we will going to choose between 2, 5, and 3, we will going to choose 2 because that is the lowest exponent. Therefore, the GCF is a squared or a to the second power. Now, to be able to get the GCF of the whole expression, we are going to combine the two GCF, which is 4 and a squared. Therefore, the final GCF of the whole expression is 4a squared. Now, 4 squared will be divided by the expression. So, how to do it again? 4 divided by 4, you will get 1. And then a squared divided by a squared, that is 0. Why is it 0? Because we are going to subtract the exponent 2 and 2. So, 2 minus 2 is 0. So, wala na tayong ilalagay doon sa katabi ng 1 kasi 0 na yung exponent niya. Next, 16 divided by 4 and then a to the 5th power divided by a to the 2nd power. So, doon sa 16 divided by 4, ang sagot doon is 4. And then, when we divide a to the 5th power to the a to the 2nd power, we will going to subtract the exponents. Always do that. Subtract the exponents when we are dividing constants. So, 5 minus 2 is 3. Therefore, the final exponent of a is 3. Where did I get the minus sign? Of course, you will just copy the operation. So, when you divide 16a to the 5th power divided by 4a squared, you will get 4a cubed. Next, 24 divided by 4, you will get 6. And next, a to the 3rd power divided by a to the 2nd power, you will get a to the 1st power. Or simply, how did I get 1? 3 minus 2. Now, let us finalize our answer. So, the final answer will be 4a squared multiplied by 1 minus 4a to the 3rd power plus 6a. So, pwede na natin tanggalin yung 1 dun sa exponent ng a. But, you cannot remove yung number 1 doon sa first term. Bakit? Kasi mag-iiba yung equation natin. Let's move on the third example. Our third example is negative 16 m cubed n minus 24 m squared minus 8 m to the 7th power n. Now, what should be the GCF of this expression? Lahat sila may negative. So, meaning, we will get all the negative sign. So, we will going to find the GCF of negative 16, negative 24, and negative 8. Of course, dahil para-pares silang merong m, kukunin din natin yung GCF ng m. So, get the GCF of m cubed, m squared, and m to the 7th power. Again, what will be the first thing to do? We will get the factors. Find the factors of negative 16, negative 24, and negative 8. So, for the negative 16, of course, dapat lahat yan merong negative. So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 4, negative 8, negative 16. Next, we have negative 24. So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 12, and negative 24. Another, we have negative 8. So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 4, and negative 8. Now, these are the common factors. Lahat sila may negative 1. Lahat sila merong negative 2. Lahat sila ay may negative 8. Now, we will going to choose the greatest. Of course, the greatest will be negative 8. Now, among these three terms, we have m cubed, m to the 2nd power, m to the 7th power. Again, what is our rule? We will going to choose the lowest degree or the lowest exponent. So which term has the lowest exponent? Of course, the m squared. Therefore, if we will combine the two GCF, what will be the GCF of this expression? So we have negative 8, and another we have positive m squared. Therefore, our GCF is negative 8m squared. Let's proceed. Now, we will go into divide. So, negative 16 divided by negative 8, you will get 2. Correct. M cubed, or m to the third power, divided by m to the second power. Ano ang gagawin kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng exponents? We will going to subtract. So, 3 minus 2, we will going to get an exponent of 1. So, ang exponent ng m ay 1. Bakit may n pa? Because wala namang n sa katabi ng m to the second power. Next, negative 24, divided by negative 8, you will get positive 3. Correct. Now, bakit walang katabi si 3? Bakit wala na akong nilagay? Kasi, when you divide m to the second power divided by m to the second power, isubtract ang exponents, 2 minus 2, you will get 0. So, wala nang ilalagay sa tabi ni 3. Next, 8, negative 8 divided by negative 8, you will get 1. And then, m to the 7th power divided by m to the second power, you will get m to the 5th power. Again, paano ko nakuha si m to the 5th? 7 minus 2. And then, bring down n. Okay, let us finalize our answer. This will be the final answer. Negative 8m squared multiplied to 2mn plus 3 plus 1 or plus m to the 5th power n. So, niremove na natin lahat ng may 1 na exponent and constant ng variable. Next, this will be the last example. And this is very easy. So, as you can see, you don't need to solve this because it is obvious naman sa expression na meron silang parehas na a plus b. Therefore, ang GCF nito is a plus b. Now, no need to solve it or no need to divide kasi ang natitira na lang is 5 and then dun sa kabila is negative x. So, all you have to do is just rewrite them and rearrange them. So, the final answer will be a plus b multiplied by 5 minus x. So, that is the answer. So, do you have any questions? Is the 4 examples clear to you? Okay, so let's proceed now on solving problems involving factoring of common monomial factor. This is only one example. The area of a square is numerically equal to twice its perimeter. Find the length of a side of the square. Now, we will going to find the length of the square. So, ang gagamitin natin na formula dito is the area of a square and also the perimeter of square. Ang hinahanap is the length. So, hahanapin natin kung gaano kahaba yung isang side ng isang square. Now, let us list all the formulas. So, the area of a square is A, or the area is equals to S squared. Next, the perimeter of the square will be perimeter is equal to 4 times S. Now, how we will going to convert it into equation? Area of square, what is the area of a square? A is equals to S to the second power, which is S to the second power. So, yun ang gagamitin natin. Equals. Twice. Pag sinabing twice, 2. Ano yung perimeter ng square? 4S. That's why it is 2 times 4S. Is it clear on how we convert or how we translate the equation? Again, the area of a square, which is s squared, is, meaning equals, and then twice its perimeter. So when you say twice, 2, and then you'll get the value of perimeter of the square is 4s. So the equation is x squared equals 2 times 4s. Now, how we will going to solve it? Of course, we will going to multiply 2 times 4. We will get 8 and then s. Now, you have s squared minus 8s is equals to 0. Paano naging ganito ang equation? Let's go back. So as you can see, you have a final equation of x squared equals 8s. Para ma-solve natin ito, you will going to transfer 8s. So you will going to use the additive property. So ililipat mo si 8s sa kabila. Siyempre, kung positive siya, magiging negative. So let's take a look at. So ganito ang magiging equation niya. S squared minus 8s equals 0. Now, we will going to apply the process of common monomial factor. Now, ano ang common sa dalawa? Ano nga? Siyempre, meron silang parehas na s. Now, what will be the GCF? Of course, kung ano ang common nila, yun ang GCF. So, dahil meron silang parehas na s, of course, the GCF will be s. Now, what are we going to do next? We will going to divide. S squared minus 8s equals 0. Now, rewrite the GCF, which is s, divided s squared divided by s. So, anong gagawin sa exponent niya? We will going to subtract. At ano ang exponent ng s? Ang exponent ng s automatic is 1. So, 2 minus 1, you will get s. So, meron pang isang s kasi meron isang s lamang ang minus natin. Next, 8s divided by s. So, dahil may parehas na s at isa lang ang exponent nila, which is 1, ang matitira na lang is negative 8. Next, equals 0. Now, we will going to equate the two. Paghihiwalayan natin. So, si s equals 0. And s minus 8 equals 0. Is this the final answer? S equals 0? No, because there is no side which has a measurement of 0. So, ang 0 na yan, s equals 0, is wrong. Kasi wala namang value ang length ng side ng isang square kung ang kukunin natin ay 0. So, meaning, ang gagamitin nating equation is s minus 8 equals 0. So, paano natin makukuha ang value ni s? Kamukha lang ng ginawa natin kanina, i-transfer natin or i-transpose natin sa kabila. Dahil negative 8 yan, pag tinransfer natin sa kabila, magiging positive 8. So, therefore, the length of a side of a square is 8. So, this is how to solve a problem involving common monomial factor. Do you have any questions? If you have questions, you can replay my video so that you can watch it and you can learn it step by step. For your activities, answer the following. Activity 1 on page 4, Activity 2 and 3 on page 5, Assessment card on page 6, lastly, Enrichment card on page 7. This will be the end of my video, but before I end it, I just want you to leave a quote. Let us read. Be a student of success. Learn everything you can from those who have been the most successful. From Emerson Sparks, CEO Sparks Media. Thank you for watching. Keep watching on my videos and stay tuned.